Okay, next chapter. Let's get a decent amount, as much as I can, without totally losing my voice. When I see the sun going down, I decide to stop working for the day. I've been doing some fixes here and there to prepare for Olympus's opening. Everything has to be perfect. I'm nervous, but still really excited. First, I should probably keep myself grounded in the present and buy myself some lunch for tomorrow. I head off to the convenience store for some last-minute grocery shopping. It's always useful for small items or lunchboxes when I don't have the time to be cooking and prepping myself. Boone Mart is pretty quiet at night. It's a bit hidden away from the centre of everything, so I can shop around taking my time looking at all of the items. Besides, after 6 PM, their lunches are on sale. Woohoo! When I enter the store, that's the first thing I do. I head off towards their lunchbox section. I find a neat row of plastic boxes containing a small proportioned food with... Apparently my brain is just dying. I find a neat row of plastic boxes containing small portioned food, all with a sale sticker on them. My hand reaches out for them until I accidentally bump into someone else's hand. Sorry, I apologise immediately. I turn my head to see a shop clerk next to me who's been putting down the sale stickers on the lunch boxes. Alarm bells are ringing in my head. That's him, that redhead. You're that thief. His eyes widen in surprise when he looks at me, freezing for a second as well. But then he immediately swaps his expression to something more aloof and cold. Thief, I work here, he says in a cool voice. No, you were there at that Lucado store trying to steal that bracelet. Don't you remember me? I say. I can't believe I found him again. Can't say I have any idea what you're saying, lady. I've never been to Lucado before. He dismisses me. Are you really going to ignore I caught you red-handed? It isn't good to steal, you know, I reply. He gives me an irritated look. I really don't know what you're talking about. Perhaps you saw my evil twin instead? Perhaps you were on drugs? I don't know. Please excuse me. I have work to do. The guy then continues to staple stickers to the plastic boxes in a steady rhythm, completely ignoring me and slowly moving away. I can't believe he's talking to me like this, completely ignoring that he tried to steal. I wonder if he steals at this job. His job. Perhaps I need to talk to your manager, let them know you might be stealing from the register. Turns to face me, halting his work. I am not stealing. He spits at me. Well, you certainly tried before, I argue. He clicks his tongue and looks away. Please leave me alone, lady. You have me confused with someone else. Why aren't you admitting it? I ask with a sigh. It's annoying me more that he's denying it than the fact he tried to steal. Now I'm wondering if I should have checked your pockets when I took you home after that party, I muse out loud. That seems to get his attention as he freezes once more, his eyes not blinking. What are you talking about? He says weakly. I've never seen you before in my life. You're bluffing. Seems he really doesn't remember me. I guess I need to say something to convince him. Didn't you have that old cell phone with a diamond sticker? The more I talk, the wider his eyes grow. It seems he truly doesn't remember me from that night, but I definitely remember all those details as if it happened yesterday. Apart from you don't remember the way to his house. How do you know? He says slowly. Because I've met you before, you know, at that party a while ago. He scrunches up his nose, glaring at me. Who are you? He demands. Who are you? I ask back, then poke his chest with my finger, which is when I realize he's got a name tag on his apron. CAINE, I read out loud. But this guy's name is CAINE. He brushes the spot I poked him with his hand, as if I dirtied him. He gives me this evil look. What do you want? He barks at me. Just let me work in peace. At this point, I don't really know what I'm doing anymore. I was just peeved he kept denying he was trying to steal, and now he doesn't even remember me helping him out. You really don't remember me? From the party? I question him. He narrows his eyes at me, clearly trying his best to dig through his memories. I shake my head. Why am I even trying? Never mind, you clearly don't. CAINE runs his hand through his hair, resting his palm against his forehead. He looks a little distraught. You are a little familiar. I don't know why, he admits. That makes me feel a bit better, knowing he hasn't completely forgotten about me. But it doesn't matter. Please just leave me alone, lady. I work here, he stresses. Just try not to steal anymore, okay? I say sternly. I leave him alone and quickly get all the items that I needed. I feel like I'll be running into this CAINE a lot more now that I live so close to Boone Mart. Small world, I guess. Today, Sarah is coming over after promising me she's got some pictures to show the photo shoot we've done before. We hired a model, she posed some of my clothing, and Sarah snapped the pictures. Sarah can fill up her portfolio, and I can use them to advertise my opening day. It all works out for the two of us. I've got them, she says cheerfully. Did they turn out alright? I ask. Of course, I shot them, obviously, and with a little bit of editing here and there. Sarah walks around me to place down her bag, taking out a large folder filled with pictures. She spreads them out on the work table, and honestly, they look amazing. Wow, Sarah, they're good. I look through the various pictures, seeing the model pose my own clothing line, and I can't believe how good they turned out. The soft lighting makes everything look so much better, and the model really knew how to work it. I'm getting quite giddy at seeing these in a professional setting. My dream is coming true. My own clothes, and they look really good. I like this one a lot, says Sarah, pointing at a picture of the model wearing shorts and a shiny tank top I made. Yeah, it's basically your style, I say with a laugh, though I have to admit that picture does look particularly good. Maybe I should post them on the forum that I moderate. It's a small forum for hobbyists doing crafts and whatnot. Some make their own doll clothing, some make jewellery, and they sell and trade goods. It's also a place to get advice and criticism on your work. I've been a member of the forum Daisy Dots for years now. In fact, it's been a great help in getting feedback before I managed to start my own boutique. Now I'm the one who usually gives out feedback, and I've been appointed a moderator for a while now. Yes, I've decided I'll post these pictures on the forum. I'm sure the members will like them. Can you send me the digital files to my email, I ask. Sure thing. I'll give you the 300 DPI ones as well, in case you feel like printing them out to display on your window as a banner or something. I give Sarah a wry smile. She tends to use jargon I'm not familiar with sometimes, but I'm sure she means well. Sarah is a photographer after all. We went to the same art school together. Though I don't have much of an eye for photography, I know she takes pretty good pictures. After all, the ones lying in front of me are pretty good. Anyways, I have to go soon. Got another appointment with an aspiring model. I love getting them to model for me for free, but they can be so demanding sometimes. Sarah quickly gathers the pictures together and stuffs them back into the big folder. Be sure to send me those pictures. No problem. I'll send you all of them. I took like 200. Wow, that's a lot. Anyways, you should get them by tonight. Okay, thanks, I say. See you later. Sarah takes her bag with her and hops out of the room. Later that night, I receive an email from Sarah, and attached is a very large file containing all of the pictures from the photo shoot. It takes a while to download, but once I've got it, I browse through them all. There's so many of them, but I can tell Sarah picked out the best looking ones to print out. There's quite a few that are blurry, or the model is pulling an ugly face in the middle of blinking, or the clothes just don't look that great in a certain pose. Is that good? Don't you want your clothes to look good all the time? Not like if you're in the wrong pose, they then look bad. Still, it's plenty of material for me to post on my forum. I've been waiting all day to do this. Gotta brag. I log onto my account, which I named... Yes. Please, sir, just let me press enter. While browsing the forum, I quickly whip up a thread and upload the pictures. I can't wait to hear what other people have to say. I worked pretty hard for this. My opening day is coming closer. As I wait for responses to come in, I randomly browse the forum and read other people's posts. Things have been pretty peaceful. Members are being nice to each other, and I barely have to reprimand anyone for not following the rules. There's a notification on my screen saying I have replies to my thread. Eagerly, I check them out. A few regular members have posted their comments. Wow, the fit is gorgeous on all of these. I especially like number 3. Where'd you get the fabric for that one? I love this. 4 and 5 are my favourite. So cute. I really like these. How long have you been sewing? I wish I had your talent or the patience to make a clothing line such as this. Marvellous. The photos are of such high quality as well. The best I can do is take them with my cell phone camera. Ginger talent. There's a smile on my face as I read the posts. I'm swelling up inside with pride. There's a new post, so I refresh the page. These suck. Why don't you stop wasting your time trying to get better? Your work will never be good enough. That prideful feeling disappears and I'm immediately defensive. That's not the way members should speak to each other on my forum. Who does this member think they are? You have no idea what you're talking about. Please mind what you're saying. This is your first verbal warning. A few minutes later and there's a reply to my post. My bad, let me be more precise. Number 1 has awful seams and the colours don't match. Number 2 looks like she just fell into a pot of paint and you called it a finished piece. Number 3, I don't know what your goal was here, but the pattern around her crotch makes it look like she's on her period and free bleeding. Number 4, she looks like a turd. Number 5, are you designing for a toddler? Because with that god-awful cloud pattern, it looks like it's made for a 3-year-old. In short, these designs suck. Just give up already. I can feel my cheeks heat up the more I read these nasty comments. I've never had someone comment like that before. So needlessly mean and aggravating, like this person has no soul. I get angry knowing I'm just being relentlessly attacked and those comments are not true. Luckily, another moderator swoops in and cleans up the thread, removing the posts made by this awful troll and giving him a fair warning. Thinking that the matter is settled and I can resume my usual posting, I get a personal message this time. It's from the same person. I knew you couldn't take it, deleting shit because you can't face the awful truth that your designs suck and you need to quit. People always baby you and protect you, making you think you're good, but you're not. Go back to design school, you sham. Go ahead, delete this message as well. It will only prove my point, or ban me for that matter. I'm fuming at this point. Who does this troll think he is? I swiftly move my mouse over a few buttons and I ban this enemy person. I turn away from the computer, positively angry at the troll and for letting it get to me. I need to cool down because this is infuriating. This is just some internet troll, but having my clothes being scrutinized like that and simply bashed into the ground, it just ticks me off. I know I'm good. I won't let that troll get to me. I try to get some fresh air to cool my head lest I do something I regret. I wander around outside at night, passing by the park and slowly getting a hold of my emotions. I just want to slap that person in the face. I can't believe such a vile person like him exists on this planet. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. I shake my head, trying to get rid of the angry thoughts. I come across the convenience store. Perhaps a snack might cool me down. As I enter the store, I see a group of young adults in the back near the alcohol section. I was hoping it'd be quiet at this time of night, but I guess some people still like to party. I walk through the aisles to find some snacks. Something falls to the ground and makes a sharp bang. Oops, says someone in a very unapologetic voice. I'm sorry, I knocked your phone onto the ground. I stand on my toes to look over the shelves, wondering what's going on. I can hear some shuffling, perhaps a person picking up an object from the floor. Then there's a loud shatter in the aisle ahead of me. A bottle has fallen to the floor. Hey, aren't you going to clean that up? Said the same voice. I hear some more commotion happening and the group bursts out into loud laughter. Then as I look over the bags of chips in my way, I notice what they're laughing at. It's a store clerk clutching a mop to his body defensively. Ah, it's that thief, CAINE. He's surrounded by 3 other men. Trying not to alert the group I'm there, I slowly walk around the aisle to get a better look. I round the corner and I see some spilled beer on the floor. It's brown glass shattered near CAINE's feet. The biggest guy from the group gives CAINE a small push. I asked you a question. Aren't you going to clean that up? Isn't that what you're supposed to do? My mind flashes back to the nasty comments I received from the troll, and I have an overwhelming urge to slap the hell out of that guy. Anger rises up inside of me. He's bullying the clerk. I look over towards the register, but there's no one there. I guess at this time only one person mans the store. Just please leave, says CAINE through gritted teeth. We'll leave when you've cleaned up your mess. Oh, and when you're done, you can take yourself out like the trash you are. The 3 men laugh out loud. What should I do? I can't just leave him there. It's making me so angry. A bunch of people ganging up on one guy. They're pushing the poor boy around with no one there to help him out. No one except for me, that is. Oops, I dropped one too, says another one. He picks a bottle from the rack and lets it fall to the floor. The beer splatters on CAINE's apron and he seems positively terrified by them. I can't let them have their way like that troll had his way with me. Okay, fine. I muster up my courage and reveal myself from behind the aisle. Hey! I call out to the group. That got their attention. Everyone's eyes are on me. Leave him alone, I claim boldly. Mind your own business, the biggest sneers at me. Come on, Thomas, let's leave this stupid place, says the other one. Whatever, let's go, boys. This run is not worth our time, says Thomas with a scoff. As they all start shuffling away, Thomas slaps the redhead hard on his back, making him yelp loudly. Finally, they all leave the convenience store. I'm left alone with CAINE and a couple of broken bottles of beer on the ground. Are you okay? I ask him. CAINE simply dismisses me with a loud click of his tongue, then he bends down to start picking up the shards of glass. I'm a bit taken aback at his reaction. I didn't expect him to look at me with disdain. Want some help cleaning up? I offer. He stands up straight to finally address me. Just leave me alone, he bites out at me. I glare at him as I fold my arms. At least feel a little grateful I helped you out. Is it that hard to say thank you? I ask. Thank you, he says sarcastically. Feeling completely discouraged, I sink into myself and back away. Okay, I was just wondering if you needed any help. I turn around to leave him to his thoughts. Ultimately, I end up leaving the store without buying a snack. I see him mopping the floor as I exit the building. With the troll's message still on my mind, I can't help but feel even more agitated. I tried to help someone and he just sneered at me for intervening. So much for wanting to do something good. I feel dejected. I do want to change her outfit, and I will do that at some point. I'm going to change the background as well. Today is the opening day. I've worked long and hard for this, primping everything, advertising, so much advertising, and cleaning until the wee hours of the night. I'm exhausted and the day hasn't even begun. I smile to myself and unlock the door. Olympus is opening day. I eagerly tend to the counter as I wait for my first customer to show up. Not soon after, the doorbell rings and I see a middle-aged woman walking into the store. She's highly fashionable, wearing a stunning black one-piece and huge sunglasses. "Good morning," I greet her. The woman nods at me, then quietly browses around the store. Unfortunately, after a couple of minutes of browsing, she leaves empty-handed. Oh, I guess she didn't like anything here. That's a blow to my ego. But no worries, she's only one of many. I'm sure I'll get my first sale soon enough. The next time we hear the chimes, it's a group of 3 women, chatting and laughing as they enter the boutique. Together they make comments about the clothes being cute and how this one skirt would look amazing on one of them. One of the ladies walks up to the counter holding a blue skirt. "Excuse me, where can I change?" she asks. I point at the back. "Right over there, ma'am." "Thanks." She disappears into the changing room. The other 2 chat amongst themselves, browsing around my racks of clothes. One of them takes an interest in a dress that I designed, one of my favourites actually. A little creepy stalking the behaviour of my customers like this, but I can't help it. It's my first day and I haven't had my first sale yet. I'm too anxious. I want everything to go over smoothly today. A couple of minutes later and the 3 of them walk up to the counter. It seems the lady really liked the blue skirt and wants to buy it. I'm so happy I could burst out into rainbows and unicorns. I check out the skirt as well as the other lady who wanted to buy a top, and the 3 of them are on their way again. I look down at my register, opening up the drawer. I see the cash neatly stored in the right compartments. My chest swells up with pride. Well, I hope you already had cash in the drawer, otherwise you wouldn't be able to give them change. My first sale. I feel like I can take on the world. Customers have been walking in and out of the boutique the entire day. They're buzzing with curiosity, and of course, the discount deal I made for the opening day is very attractive to a lot of people. I can't believe I actually managed to sell a lot of my own clothing. I'm so happy that people showed up on opening day, not to mention walking out of the store with a bag in their hands. I couldn't wish for more. After closing hours, lots of people stick around and Sarah comes to visit me as well. Look at all of these people. I know, everything went really well. Alright, ready to mingle? I invited some of my contacts from the industry to come. A lot of them work with fashion designers or are models looking for a designer to work with, Sarah explains with a more serious tone. I can't believe you did all of that. What about food and drinks? I ask, a bit concerned I may not be able to entertain these people properly. All taken care of, Sarah reassures me. Got some guy coming over to bring some wine and beer. Oh, it's on me. Here's some cash. I wonder who this guy will be who's coming over to bring wine and beer. Sarah digs through her pockets to fish out her wallet and hands me over a €50 bill. Wow, thanks. I don't know what to say. You thought of everything, didn't you? Obviously, someone needs to look out for you. God knows how stressed you've been making this day a success. Sarah shakes her head. I know. Come on, let's get this party started then. Right. With unparalleled enthusiasm, Sarah charges forward and mingles with the rest of the crowd. As people start to enter the boutique, I greet them all warmly and make small talk discussing my business. I hope the drinks come soon, so I head outside to wait for the guy to show up. I can't let my guests go thirsty. A moped drives by and stops in front of the boutique. There are 2 crates stacked on the back of the bike. Great, drinks are here. I quickly head over to greet him, noticing the delivery comes from Boone Mart. Huh, I didn't realize they did late night deliveries. Hey, are those the drinks? I greet the person wearing a helmet. The driver takes off his helmet and reveals a mop of vibrant red hair. I'm just as surprised as he is. Isn't that Cain from the convenience store? His demeanor changes completely when his eyes meet mine. Immediately, his face turns into a scowl. Yeah, he grunts while avoiding eye contact with me. Cain takes the crates off of the bike and puts them on the ground. I feel like I should say something, but on the other hand, this is super awkward. To not make matters more awkward, I put my hands on the top crate and lift it up. Oh, it's quite heavy. No worries, I've got this. Wait, what are you doing? That's heavy, Cain says in a startled voice, and he reaches for the crate with his hands. Cain tugs on the crate, causing me to lose my balance, and I stumble forwards, knocking the heavy crate into his body. Ugh, he winces. Quickly, I let go of the crate and step backwards. Sorry, I say sheepishly, but it was his fault. Just let me do my job, okay? He snaps at me. Well, I didn't think you were going to carry it inside, I mumble. He hugs the crate close to his body and walks away from me. Whatever, lady, he says indifferently as he appears into my boutique. I look down at the last crate on the ground. My mind takes only 2 seconds before I decide to pick it up anyway, carrying it inside myself. Oh, here we go. Sweet dreams are made of tears. I quickly put the crate down near the counter where I see Cain talking to Sarah. I wonder, does Sarah not recognize him from that time in the Cardo? When Cain's eyes meet mine, they hastily flicker away down to the box of drinks next to me. He gives me this look of contempt once he realizes I carried it into the boutique anyway, defying his wishes. What? At least this way he can leave faster. Shouldn't he be happy about that? It doesn't take long for him to leave Sarah alone, and he rushes up to the counter to confront me. Pay up. He sticks out his hand. I blink at him, but then slowly take out my wallet. How much? 55 and 10 for the delivery. That's a lot, I protest. Sarah only gave me 50. I guess I need to pay the difference. Are you going to pay or not? He says dismissively. I groan out loud and take out some cash to pay him. Luckily, I have the exact amount he needed. He quickly rips the bills out of my hands. See ya, he salutes me, then sprints out of the boutique. I don't know what to make of him. He seems crude, but at least he delivered the drinks all right. Whatever, tonight I'm going to mingle and make connections, but most importantly, I'm going to celebrate the opening of Olympus, my lifelong dream come true. I introduce myself to a bunch of people until I come across someone who's got something very interesting to tell me. Why not join Fashion Week? The blonde-haired woman asks curiously. Fashion Week? I repeat, confused. They hold it every year here in CAINE. Again, still don't know if that's Clanner or Kleiner. I'm going to say Kleiner. It's a big event where fashion designers show off their new line and spread their brand. It would be a great opportunity for you. Oh huh, now that does sound interesting. When will this Fashion Week be held? Usually sometime in August. Considering it's April, that would be 4 months from now. I've got plenty of time then. Awesome, thanks for telling me. Is there a website I could look up for more information? Yeah, I believe it's called kleinerfashionweek.com. Great, I'll check it out when I can. It may still be only my first day of opening my boutique, but attending Fashion Week definitely wouldn't hurt my business at all. I should take this opportunity and make something that will dazzle people. Then again, Fashion Week is way different than owning a small boutique. With Fashion Week, I need to have a line of dresses to show, models to hire. It's quite a lot of work. But for now, I should continue to make connections here. It's nearing midnight and people are still around, though most have left. Sarah comes up to me. Valkii, we've run out of drinks. Oh shoot, can we deliver some more? I don't think they deliver at this time anymore. They're still open though. Alright, I'll grab another 6-pack at the store real quick. It's not too far. You think a 6-pack is gonna be fine for the amount of people you probably have here? Okay, I'll keep them entertained. I quickly leave the boutique, taking my bicycle to visit Boonmart. It's completely empty inside. I'm so very happy about their 24/7 opening times though. That's the dream. I zoom past the aisles to find the alcohol section and quickly pick out a 6-pack of beer. When I walk up to the counter to check out, I'm surprised to find out that CAINE is tending the cashier and is completely asleep. His arms are folded over each other and he's leaning them onto the counter, his head resting on top of them. His lips are parted slightly and a little bit of drool has accumulated in the corner of his mouth. It's a little gross, but also strangely adorable. Alright, I can't keep waiting until he wakes up. I am a paying customer after all. I position my index finger in front of his face and flick him right in the middle of his forehead. CAINE immediately jumps up, wide awake and completely startled. What? He shouts in confusion. After his eyes settle on me, he finally calms down, then his eyebrows lower as he rubs his forehead. Did you just flick me? He accuses me. Me? No. I lie straight through my teeth. What would give you that idea? What do you want now? CAINE asks in a gruff voice. I'm a customer, of course. Oh fuck, I pressed the wrong button. An alcoholic, it seems. He scans the beer with a sigh. Hey, this isn't for me. At least I know when enough is enough. I say, recalling the first time we met and he was completely wasted. CAINE narrows his eyes at me. That'll be $6.99. I quickly pay with my card this time since I ran out of cash. I'm about to make a quick getaway when CAINE stops me. Hey, he calls out to my back. What now? Did we really meet before? I crane my head to look behind me. I clutch the pack of beer against my body. Yeah. I pause. You smelled. I then quickly run towards the exit. What? Hey! I don't have time for mindless chatter. I need to get back to my party and make sure everyone's taken care of. Ugh, I groan. My alarm beeps loudly, ringing in my head, making it throb in response. I quickly shut it off. I'm seriously regretting drinking so much the night before. I can't even remember when I went to bed. Feels like I only slept an hour or two. Speaking of work, I need to get out of bed and get my butt behind the counter. As I get myself ready for the morning, I check out my emails on my phone and I see I've gotten an email from my old colleague. Huh, strange mail. I read through the mail. It's one of my old professors at college. Seems he was there at the opening party. I can't recall. I want to facepalm myself for forgetting. I had way too much to drink last night. Continuing with the email, he wants me to come hold an hour-long lecture at college about my work to inspire future designers with my own success. I feel myself grow a blush on my cheeks. That's really flattering to hear. I mean, it's only been the opening day, so I can't say much, but I can definitely put some time aside for it next month or so. Feeling super giddy, I replied to the professor with my answer. That's also when I notice I've gotten another email, a notification from the website Daisy Dots about a personal message someone sent me. I quickly check that out as well. Perhaps someone needs my assistance. Nope, it's gonna be a fucking troll. Yep. I knew you'd ban me. Don't worry, you won't get rid of me, not by a long shot. That's what proxies are for. I throw my phone down and tear my eyes away from the screen. Gross. First thing in the morning I have to be greeted by that stupid troll. He should give it up already and leave me alone. I delete the PM and quickly ban his second account. Then I grab my stuff and head downstairs for another successful day at Olympus. I should remind myself to do something nice for Sarah. She did throw me a party after all, and I actually got a few contacts out of it. Plus, a lecture at my old college. Alright, well, I will see you next time.